My name is Shayla, and I'm here to talk to you about some changes I'm going to make in the way I review books. So, the reason why I'm making this video is I want to change up how I'm doing my reviews. Essentially, I feel like my reviews aren't as detailed as I want them to be. So, I'm making this video to kind of show you guys some action steps that I'm taking to help make me a better, more detailed reviewer. Now, I am someone who does read mostly for enjoyment, but I have noticed myself naturally getting a little more critical now that I've been reading as much as I read, even with like my manga reads and some things like that. So I've gotten myself some tools to kind of help me track it better in a simple sense for videos, and then I've got some other things that I'll do for the more detailed side of things. So let me show you what I've got. So I've got this notebook. This was from a subscriber, so I decided to put it on this notebook. It's this beautiful Moleskine Sakura that I found just at Barnes & Noble, and it's just plain inside. So what I also got was I got me this reading list stamp. So what I plan on doing with the stamp is coming in to this notebook and, you know, stamping this, putting some basic information so that's an easy reference for me when I do wrap-ups like character names, tropes, things like that to make sure that I'm mentioning in my videos. And then I'm going to put like a little image of the book. So I will have an actual physical log of the things that I read in 2021. And I really like the idea of having this to give me a little bit of like basic information on it so that I can make sure that when I'm talking to you guys about what I'm reading, I can be as thorough as possible as well. So that's kind of step one for me to help with my videos. The other thing I'm going to do is actually slow down my pace of reading a little bit. I noticed myself just blitzing through things, and sometimes a week later, I wouldn't remember much about the book other than that I enjoyed it. And that's part of why I shifted to weekly reviews, because I was noticing myself forgetting things. So what I'm doing to help with that is I'm actually going to be writing down and taking notes on pretty much everything I read now, except for manga. Manga I can handle, like for some reason I retain that a little bit better. I don't know if it's the visual format or what, but I tend to retain that piece of information a little bit better. So I plan on doing this for my books. And I think between this and this process, I will really help myself remember things better and all those kinds of things. So this is just it's another Moleskine. It's just lined. And I've been using it for other things so far this year. So I'll finish this one up and then I'll just get another similar one and continue to do that. And then I'll have my bullet journal, of course, and some things like that. And I think it'll just help me better take care of myself when it comes to reading. So I can put like favorite quotes in here that I'll eventually transfer to my bullet journal, things like that. So things that are standing out about the book will go in a notebook like this so that I can consult when I sit down to write my reviews, because I do want to be much more thorough and much more detailed. And I think by doing that, that will help me a lot. Another thing, the slowing down my pace of reading also has to do with the fact that I do plan on reading some bigger books in 2021. Obviously, I'll talk more about those in an upcoming video. But I really wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about the fact that the way I review will become more detailed. I'll be better about being more thorough with triggers and tropes and things like that. I try to mention briefly ones or like the biggest one, but I do want to be better about that because I've found myself being triggered by books more recently with experiences in life that I have had. So I want to be the kind of reviewer that's a little more sensitive to other people's triggers so that I can help them not walk into a book and end up triggered like I did. So that's a big reason why I want to make this change. The other one is I really want to start doing more dedicated book reviews. Now, down below, I'm going to have a feedback form for all of you guys. This will be in a few of the videos coming up because I really want your guys' input on some things for the channel. So I know dedicated book reviews initially don't get the most views, and I'm okay with that. I'm not making those necessarily for reviews. I'm making for the initial view. I'm making these for like long-term status on the channel, and so that I can be very thorough in what I'm reading and recommending to you guys. Let me know down below how often you want to see these kinds of, like a dedicated book review and things like that on the channel. I mean, if it's just my favorite one of the month I do a dedicated review for, or I don't know. Like I'm still kind of figuring some of this out. I mean, we're still in early December at this point. So I really wanted to get some feedback from you guys. So again, links to that are down below. The other thing I'm planning on doing to help me become a more detailed reviewer is buddy reading a lot more. I've noticed the books that I buddy read with Lindsay, for some reason I retain a lot more information on them. And I don't know if it's because I'm reading them slower and having to discuss them with her or what. But that is something that I do plan on doing more of in 2021 is buddy reading. And again, I'll talk about that more in my upcoming 2021 video. So I think that's everything I wanted to mention in this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see in a detailed review, and I will see you guys tomorrow.